Good morning, students. To the students of class 10, as we were speaking about the chapter number 1, power sharing. Today, we will look about the need for power sharing or the reason for power sharing. What are the reason for the power sharing? Mainly, we have two reasons for power sharing. That is, one is prudential reason, other one is the moral reason. In the board, I have already written the need for power sharing, or we can also say the reason for power sharing. The first reason is the prudential reason or prudential need. What is the meaning of prudential need? When I say prudential need or the prudential reason for power sharing, that means knowing the possibility of conflict in future when government shares the power between different communities, that is called prudential reason. The best example is the Belgium government. Belgian government, when they understood that there is a possibility of conflict in the country, they shared the power between the different communities and the conflict was solved. The second best example for prudential reason is that India. We know that India is a country of diversity, different communities, different language people live in our country. Therefore, the constitution makers, when they made the constitution, they very much knew the possibility of conflict between different communities living in India. They have equally shared the power, and that is called prudential need or prudential reason. Once again, I am repeating what is the meaning of prudential need. That means knowing the possibility in future, we distribute the power so that there would not be any conflict in the future. That is called prudential need. The next is the moral reason or the moral needs. We know that democratic government is based on equality and equal opportunity. Therefore, the sharing of power is the very much essential part of the democracy. Moral need means everyone should be treated equally. Moral need means everyone should be given equal opportunity, equal power, and therefore, since democracy is based on equality, therefore the power is shared among different groups living in a country, and that is called moral reason. So students, we have seen about the different reasons for power sharing. The next thing that we are going to learn is the different forms of power sharing. When you look into your book, the page number 8 speaks about the forms of power sharing. After looking about the need for power sharing, we see the forms of power sharing. What are the forms of power sharing? So there are different forms of power sharing. The first forms of power sharing, Next that we are going to learn is the forms of power sharing or how power is shared. There are 4 forms of power sharing. The first form I have written as the horizontal form of power sharing or horizontal ways of power sharing. When I say horizontal forms of power sharing, in your book it is written as the power sharing among different organs of the government. Since we know that democratic government have 3 organs, that is legislature, the executive and judiciary. These are the 3 organs of the government, and they work equally for the better functioning of government. So when power is distributed among different organs of the government, that is some power is given to the legislature. Their power is to form the laws, make the policies for the country. Second, the power is set among the executive, that is different ministers, to implement the laws, the policies in the country. And the third is power is given to the judiciary, that is the court, to empower the law, to protect the law. Therefore, this way of power sharing is called the horizontal form of power sharing. Among power is shared among the different organ of the government. The next is the vertical form of power sharing. When I say vertical form of power sharing, in your book it is written as the power sharing among different levels of the government. We know that we have only one democratic government, but it works in different levels. So, in our country, we have government working in three levels. The first level is the central government, the central level looking after whole the country. And then we have the state government. Each state has its own government to look after the matter of the state, and under the state government we have a district government or the local government. So power is equally given to this different level of the government. Some power is given only to the state government, some power is given to the central government, and some power is also given to the local government. So when power is distributed among the different level of the government, it is known as vertical form of power sharing. The next is the power sharing among different social groups. Now we see the best example in Belgium. To solve the problem, Belgium government distributed the power equally to different community or different social groups living in Belgium. So we have seen there the community government. See, Dutch people had their own government to look after their language, their culture, their education. French people had their own community government to look after their own culture and language and education. And also the German people had their own community government. So that is the best example how power is distributed among the different social groups. In India also we see different religion has been given the different powers. Different social groups has been given the different power. We also see in India that some power is given to the ST or SC for their development so that they can develop. Therefore, power is also given to these groups, ST or SC or the minorities. So this is called the power sharing among different social groups so that there would not be any conflict in a country. And then finally, power sharing among different political parties, pressure groups and movement groups. We know that political parties have certain powers. Political parties has given the different power, and this best example we see when there is a coalition government. Sometimes we know that when any party doesn't get the full majority vote, therefore they take the support of different political parties. So 3 or 4 or 5 political parties together join and they form the one government. So in this type of government we call it coalition government. In coalition government what they do is different parties share the power equally so that different parties, their ministers have the power equally and they work together. So power is shared among the different political parties. We see sometimes there are different movement groups. There are some pressure groups. For example, we have a lawyers group, we have a doctors group, we have a labor union. These are the different groups. Sometimes they get certain power, they get power or freedom from the constitutions to form or put a pressure on the government. When government is not listening to the demand of the people, they form groups using their powers given by the constitution to make a pressure on the government so that government listens to the demand of the different groups. So students, you can see these are the different forms of power sharing. I hope you understand, and if you have any questions, we will try to solve it, and whatever the question is given to you already, you have to solve those questions carefully, listen to the video carefully again and again, and try to solve the question. That's all. Thank you.